Hi there, Mark. Hope you're well. Thought just put a quick video together. So absolutely right. It seems to be one or the other in terms of whether you use business rules or email conversations. Not teaching my granny to suck eggs, but I think the only way that you're going to do this, as you probably already know, is to have email conversation through business rules as well. So I've just done a quick sort of test, and hopefully this may work for you. You can just see there, I've got just end user there going into my support account. So printer error comes up, error code, blah, 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 and that gets sent off. Now I know that obviously this is probably going into your system, then going to a provider, so it's not the most accurate, but I was just setting it up nice and quickly. So you can see sort of what happens as part of that sort of process on my system. Of course, we can send the notifications to go somewhere else, such as a third-party provider. But yes, that's my email going into the system. Just check the settings to see that's in the queue. So we've got something kicking in, which will hopefully read that mail in. Now, just so you can just see with my business rules, all I've simply done is I've created a couple of rules here. So a new ticket from an email. So all of that good stuff. I've also added onto this one as well. Does not contain update tickets, which is the criteria I'm using for my second rule. So unless you're going to add something like I don't know, service provider or whatever, then obviously add that to the criteria. But again, straightforward. Creates the ticket, subject from the ticket summary, and then adds the ticket note, gets the body of the email and puts it as a note and all that good stuff, and then sends that notification back. So all I've kind of done there is there was the square brackets here and there as well, and the update message there when you send the link. I've kind of omitted that from there, so at least then when the email goes back and forth, it's not going to have those square brackets as the delimiter, which is obviously automatically pulling it in to create that email conversation. So I've just kind of omitted that from there. Just added obviously a link for an update email, which we've got there, and then obviously that's where it all goes when you click on the update link. So I'll jump into the second rule in a moment. Just see that that's ready. Okay, so it's still going through that process. Hasn't sent the rule out yet. I'll just do a quick pause while that comes into this part. Okay, so that rule has run and it's fired off an email. If I go back into Brian's queue, we can see ticket 177 has been created. You can see the square brackets, the delimiter isn't in the subject, so if you start clicking on reply, obviously it's not going to pick that up and then append it to that ticket. So obviously just remove that from the system. Now that's something onto Brian, but you may have that obviously going to a third party. So I've just added the link, submit your system incident number. You click on that, as you can see it's got in the subject now update ticket 177. Haven't quite done the HTML code there, but it was just basically to sort of give an indicator for the third party to do that, unless I suppose they've got a system that is going to do that automatically. Let's grab incident number and we'll put it in here. So we can see there's the incident number, it's between the speech marks. Send that back into the system. Because he's going into demo support. So again, Trackit is going to pick that up very shortly and run that second business rule. So obviously a system event rule is running. It's going through the mail listen. Once that runs, it should pick up the second business rule, and that will then run, and we will take a look at that business rule once that's kicking into the event viewer. Okay, we can see the business rule is about to run. Update ticket via email. So let's go into that rule and have a quick look at that. So this one is looking for the subject which contains update tickets. As you know, that can obviously be a different message, whatever you put there as the criteria. And it's going to update the record, so it's going to add a note in the system. In addition, what it's going to do is it's going to send some notifications back out just to say it's been logged. So you've got that workflow, and then of course you can actually update the record itself. So I'm taking the ticket values and the ticket IDs, obviously extracting what was between those delimiters there for the ticket number. So obviously that's how it appends it. The responded date and time, which I think you wanted the email date and time to be there. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to capture that, but the closest I've got is just using the date time expressions, which will run at the time of the rule, which will capture it sort of now, so to speak. And then I've put in there the custom text one field that's going to extract whatever is between those delimiters in the email message, so i.e. the incident number. I did try to capture the last modified from the email into additional information, but didn't have much luck on there. But I did try to give it a go as part of my process. Okay, so that's kicking in the background. We can see that's running, and then we will shortly see an entry add into here, and we will see the responded date time is roughly about now, 15:59 if you look in the taskbar, and it's captured the incident number. So that's about the closest I can get to your requirements. I hope that may work. As you can see, there's nothing there in the additional information from that, that extra action I had, and we've also got the information there. Hope that helps. So there's the response back to that user, and that's the best I've got to date.